Welcome back.
Welcome to the TAE Time Podcast.
Woo.
Hope everyone is good. Hope everyone is well. It is now officially the last month of the year.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, 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 dun,
It's
dun.
literally the first one.
No, it'll
People
be
are
the
listening?
second.
The second.
It'll be the second, yeah.
Literally.
Saturday's the second.
Oh my God, friend miss.
Yeah, that. Anyway, for you guys, it is the first episode of the last month of the year, and we thought this would be a good time, because everyone does New Year, New Me. Nah, let's do it a month early.
And I advise that for everything for the new year, start planning now.
Or start doing it now.
Yeah.
But so we're here to give you a little teaser for those of you who listen. And obviously the full announcement will be on the social media, obviously on the Instagrams, the YouTubes, the TikToks, And we are thinking and have decided.
Yes.
What shall we do?
That we are going to give you guys an extra episode every week.
Yes.
Every
week except
3
for the
weeks.
for 3 weeks, not every 3 weeks. So the guys, terrible.
I know. We're so bad at launching this.
So the way it's gonna be is the first week of every month will be your regular. Well, we are now saying regular Reddit episode.
Right. So
Yeah.
this kind of came about because you guys love Reddit episodes. They seem to be really popular. On Instagram, we post daily stories. If you're familiar with that, you know that there's stories every single day. But people always ask, where can I listen to the whole thing? Where can I listen to the whole thing? And we're like, why not just record ourselves talking through all the stories and have one free episode at the start of each week and the following, at the start of every month, and the rest of the three following weeks will be
paid subscription.
Oh,
woo! Because I've always been talking about money, guys. It's bound to come at some point. But no, so the idea,
fire by force,
and it's not like, oh, you're only getting one TAE Time episode of one. No, you're getting at the very start of the month, the first week, Reddit episode planned as normal. And then obviously you get 3 episodes of normal TAE Time talking about whatever, whichever.
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean like we're never going to talk about Reddit stuff. We just mean like, kind of like the typical I might be asshole stories, so on and so forth.
Stories that you guys send in.
Exactly. Stories that you guys send in, all that things. And then for the following 3 weeks, we will then have an extra episode. So you get an extra, and on top of your 4 free episodes every month, you get an extra 3. That's 7 episodes a month, guys.
7 episodes a month.
7 episodes a month. You get an extra 3 episodes of Am I the Asshole, so on and so forth. Our takes, stories and stuff in a different setting.
In a different setting.
But that'll be
revealed
at a different time, obviously. So and that's the plan. And obviously we're working on the price to be best. That will also be an announcement. We already have an idea what it's going to be. We think you guys are going to like that. Obviously, we're not like sellouts or anything. It's not going to be like something like crazy, like €10 a month. Like
ain't nobody paying for that.
Ain't nobody paying for that. So don't worry about that.
Fair.
It's going to be fair. And as I said, it's all going to be on the socials probably within this week.
Yes.
Within this week that you're going to be hearing it, because obviously the first free episode will be, extra paid episode will be out the following weekend. So yeah, you're going to be getting 3 episodes of TAE Time extra every month.
Yeah.
So hopefully, obviously, as we said, it's optional. Like, this is not something you have to do. It's just like everyone's been saying that, and obviously, we have to put more time in that. And we're thinking, and obviously, we're trying to grow the podcast as much as possible.
Yeah.
And obviously, so it's like that's one thing where we were like, okay, let's see if we can add this and see if people are interested, if they take and bite or whatever. And obviously, as we said, on the social medias, you're still going to get the daily Reddit stories, and you'll know which ones are from the paid episodes and which ones are from the free episodes, because they're 2 different settings. You'll see the different settings. So if you see the new setting, it's on.
We wanted to be able to do that so you can distinguish between what's accessible and what's not. It's like a different settings for us as well. It's something entertaining, but your regular TAE Time schedule will not be disrupted.
Yeah, exactly. So everything else is still staying exactly the same. It's just there's going to be extra stuff, and you'll see probably on the feed. And don't worry, it's like, oh, hey, but I'm paying for it. No, you're you're getting the whole thing. They're only going to get
Yeah.
the story, and that is all.
Yeah.
You're getting the whole discussion, everything, the jokes, the little memes, the quips, the oversharing, so on and so forth. Like, you're
The
getting all of
trauma
that.
dumping.
All of that. Whereas everyone else will just be getting just the story, and that is all. But as we said, everyone will still be getting, though it doesn't mean oh my God, does that mean I'll never get free TAE Time episodes? No. The first episode of every month will be a Reddit story, so everyone's still gonna go enjoy our takes on that and that, and so on and so forth. And so hopefully you guys enjoy it. And obviously we've kind of been doing it now. By the time you see this, it's probably been like a week or two we've had it. In our Instagram comments, you guys can probably see, you can send gifts if you want. It's there. Donos, much appreciated.
But some people still don't have the update.
Yeah,
so...
like it's not everywhere. So the update's not everywhere as far as we've seen. Like it's in testing. So if you have it, and obviously we're not saying like, oh my God, send us money. Like, no, we're just saying like, if you want to and you like our stuff, throw like 20 cents my way.
Yeah,
Like
maybe
20
10, 5, whatever. It
whatever
doesn't
you
matter if you want.
If you want, but obviously, I going into this new year. Obviously, we don't go into much. Like, we're just touching it. I know I'm rambling, but we just wanted to let you know, start doing more. We're really trying to push the podcast more, get it more. We're trying to be more professional.
Yeah, just trying to make this work. If you know what I mean. But that was our introduction to something new that we're doing, and there's something else that we're doing new. And that is, we are doing
The Weekly Standup.
a weekly stand-up. What does that mean?
It means that every week, for the start of the episode, we just do a little check-in. We talk about what's going on, what's doing this. Like, we do
No, we don't.
Like, oh my
That's
God.
not what we agreed on.
Oh my God, Nicoletta, please tell us what we agreed on.
We agreed on sharing during the weekly stand-up is like one good or bad thing that happened to you throughout the week.
See, I knew she knew. You see what I mean? I knew what she knew. She knew. I was testing her.
Yeah, so the weekly stand-up is going to be at the beginning of our episodes where we share one good thing or bad thing that has happened to us in the previous week. So, do you have something good or bad to share? What went well or didn't go so well?
I'll tell you what went up. Actually, should I say it to you guys? Because I don't know. I might come in, not financial advice. No, I'm joking. This week's been pretty crazy, pretty good. I'll tell you what really went well, honestly, no jokes aside, is I completed Spider-Man. So not just the Spider-Man 2, the new game on PlayStation 5. I also finished Miles Morales. I platinumed it. So for those who don't know, platinum means getting every single trophy for like in a game. So let's say that's 50 trophies. It's like little challenges or whatever. So I platinumed both Spider-Man games because I had so much fun with Spider-Man 2 that I was like addicted. Like, guys, I was
You're
playing.
welcome.
Thank you, Nicoletta, because she got me that as a birthday gift. And I literally just grinded it out. I enjoyed every second of it. Amazing story. Marvelous. Spectacular. Sensational. And I just really loved it. I was hooked into it. And then when I finished it, I just felt hollow. And I was like, what can I use to scratch my Spider-Man itch? So before that, they had like a little Spider-Man Miles Morales, kind of like a little prequel kind of thing, where it was to like show Spider-Man on the new PS5 anyway. And like the first time I played it, I just never got into it. And then now I wanted to scratch the Spider-Man itch, so I just went and I grinded it. I grinded it, guys. I was just going in. I was just hooked. I was absolutely hooked, and I was just playing it. I think I finished that one in like 2-3 days, platinumed it, and then I was like, okay, the itch has been scratched. I can relax. I can go back to playing Overwatch now. So yeah, that is my weekly stand-up. And as you can see, the addiction is real. Sometimes you can see the bags on my eyes, But,
a true gamer.
Yeah, a true gamer. That's the true gamer's weekly stand-up. And it was all good in the end. How about you?
I think I have something that didn't go so well this week, actually. And that is the week we're kind of recording this, Black Friday has just happened. And the reason it didn't go so well is because the sales are really bad these days. I think Black Friday is just not what it used to be. Like, I feel like before, and it wasn't even as bad here as it was in the US. Like in the US, I remember seeing like people queuing up from the night before for the Black Friday deals.
No one.
Yeah, and like that wasn't as bad here, but you still get loads of good deals. And I just feel like they're not really there.
Yeah, like I think a lot of businesses not just use it as a way to like sell out dead stock, but at its actual price. Like I saw something on TikTok. You know, I think you were there with me where the Amazon was saying was like, oh, it was like $289 from $489, and then but you're able to look online to see the price history of the item, and it was literally $290, and then they hiked it up to $489 for a bit, and then for Black Friday they dropped it to $289. So you saved $1, but obviously they made it look like oh my god, you're saving $200 on this thing. So like it's become more of like a scam of like.
I agree. It's not fair, and I have a bit of retail industry secret. So when the sales are going on, like Christmas sales, whatever sale, what we did was we took out dead stock from like seasons ago, and we kept taking out the same stock every sale. So there was like a batch of stuff, like very few stuff that were on sale from current season, what didn't sell well.
Yeah.
And then we also had like stuff, whatever. But we were able to also obviously reserve stuff for ourselves. So whatever was on sale, we were able to hide in by ourselves.
Yeah.
But it's just like, you're not getting what's on sale. Like you're not getting
what you want.
No, you're not getting what you want right now. If you've had your eyes on something, you're probably not getting it on sale. Exactly. Unfortunately, I personally only allow myself to buy gym wear on Black Friday. That's my thing. I just refuse to buy it any other time of the year. And like progressively throughout the years, it's just been getting worse and worse. You know, like
the sales aren't sailing. Like I even saw another TikTok, lots of TikToks, where like. It's like, oh my god, look, it is literally 12 o'clock on like Black Friday and there is no one at the store. The stores are empty. No one is here. No one at all. Yeah, because everyone's like, the sales aren't good. And if I really want it, I'll just buy it online.
But as well, do you think like what I've noticed is like companies doing sales randomly on like midweek sale, end of month sale, beginning of month, like. And I've noticed companies kind of doing small sales throughout the year, so it's not as impactful.
Yeah, exactly. And also, as we said, all these sales are fake. Like they're all you're not really saving anything. So it's not worth it. And we're in a cost of living crisis too.
Stop spending your money, kids.
You know.
Anyways, we know why you're here for. I know why you're here for. You know why you're here. Everybody knows why you're here for. You're here for the story times, the meat and potatoes. As Ferg says. And we're about to read some story for you guys, and starting off really strong with an angry husband. So I went outside to get DoorDash in PJs. My husband is mad. So I just took a shower and my husband is sick, so I DoorDashed some meds for him. Isn't it crazy they can DoorDash medicine? Can you do that in Ireland? You can't.
No.
Damn. Okay. I was cooking dinner and I got a message that our stuff was being delivered. The dude didn't know which door and I waved my hand and took it from him. When I came back, my husband was upset I was wearing shorts and no underwear outside. He said I'm dressed like a hoe and looking for attention and cursing me out and tried to take the baby out of my hands. He kept telling me to shut up and I told him to just leave me alone, and I went upset with my baby. Does he have a reason to be upset? Should I apologize to him?
No, what the hell? That's crazy. Like it sounds like she was like mid doing something or whatever, especially since she had the baby and everything, and then like she's like, oh, he's sick, let me quickly go grab this while I have the baby, so on and so forth. And like it's not like she was nude, like, you know, she was literally clothed, because
like, she wasn't wearing underwear.
It's like you're
you know, there's like women who just don't wear underwear ever.
Like that's the thing. But you even forget about that. It's just like, and what, like she went to grab the medicine and went in. Like what? Like she didn't flash the guy, bro. Like what? Like it's not that deep.
Yeah.
You know, like that's just so insecure. Insecure. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, I don't know if it was your brain is all scrambled from being sick, but I don't know, bro. Check yourself.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty obvious, like, do not apologize to him.
Oh, absolutely not. Like, why would you? Like, deep, you're literally like taking care of him because he's sick, taking care of the child, and then you literally just quickly go. Even if you weren't like, oh my god, let me just quickly grab this or whatever, you're just like, oh, I'm literally in my own house wearing pajamas. Like, these are my pajamas. I go to the door. I grab what? Do you want me to completely change into something else? And then go grab the thing.
Yeah.
At my own house. And then close the door. And then have to change it back for my pajamas.
No, it's just kind of weird. But what if it was like boxer shorts that she was wearing? Would that be less appropriate?
Like a dude boxer shorts.
Yeah.
Like, I still think it's not that deep, honestly. Like, it sounds like she just quickly grabbed it and went back in.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, once again, like, maybe if you feel like whatever, like, you want to put on like a robe, you know, like, because you're not comfortable with it, that's a different story. Like, you're like, quickly just put on a robe and go to the door, grab the medicine and go home. Okay. But like, honestly, just wearing your normal pajamas and grabbing it, like, it's like a 10-second ordeal. A 10-second interaction.
Yeah.
You know, like, guy gives you his thing. He wants to go.
Guy doesn't even notice. Let's be so for real.
He wants to just go do his next delivery.
Yeah.
He doesn't care. He's just like, yeah, bye, thank you. You know, I've doored as to go, like, and then he's on his phone being like, oh, yeah, I delivered it. Let me go get the next thing.
No, I agree. I think it's we've gone a little too far with this, like, apologizing, being angry, bidness. It makes no sense. Loser. Just kidding. Or not. On to the next story. This one's juicy. So, my husband is cheating on me with our best friend. I recently found out that my husband is cheating on me with our married best friend. She's the godmother to our 4 children. They don't know that I know, but I caught them making out at the end of our driveway when he was seeing her off after dinner with our family. We live on a small acreage and the driveway is a long way off from the main house. She had forgotten some crockery at the house and I decided to walk it over because for some reason the two of them always took a while to say goodbye, and now I know why. That's when I saw them literally by her car's headlights, making out in the front seat with our best friend straddling my husband. In shock, I didn't know whether to throw her Pyrex at the car or just walk away. I decided the latter and was too shocked to cry or be angry. When my husband got back, I had to pretend like everything was normal. I know that it's stupid, but I couldn't sleep that night and I decided to go through his phone. She was obviously under a pseudonym, but I found a handful of their messages dating 2 or 3 years. Her husband doesn't know. He's currently posted overseas as a diplomat. I'm sick with rage and betrayal. I'm lost and have no idea what steps to take next.
Wow.
Kept getting worse, huh?
Wow. Not only is it like your best friend, also the godmother, and she's also married. Yikes.
Big yikes.
Big yikes. She's had her eyes set on him for a while, bruh.
3 years, clearly.
Well before that, probably while you guys,
yeah.
because it sounds like if she's the godmother, I guess it could be either of them that decided that, you know, or whatever. But no, like, if you're gonna cheat, why cheat in the proximity of your own house?
Yeah.
Especially after she was just at the house. Like, is that not just like putting all care into the wind? Like, literally all care into the wind, being like, you're just over, like, let me walk you out. Like, and also taking so long every time.
Yeah, but because clearly they're really comfortable with this considering she was straddling him.
Yeah, like,
anyone could see, any neighbors could see.
Like, it sounds like they don't really have neighbors like that, you know, because it's like acres or whatever. Okay, but even it doesn't even matter. It's like do it when you're like, hey, honey, I'm going to the shop.
Something else, gosh.
You know, like something that's inconspicuous.
She knows you're together,
like she literally knows you're together. And she's like, oh, why'd you take so long? It's like, oh yeah, we're just chatting. Every time you're just chatting. You weren't chatting enough inside during dinner.
But the thing is, right? This is crazy that you're being sassy here when you'd be like, yeah, you're just chatting, like she's just walking home, like it's not that serious.
Yeah, but
you know, now that you know the context, but if you wouldn't have known,
no, because it's like. Because it sounds like they're taking a long time. It doesn't sound like, oh, it's like a little bit longer than normal to walk. You know, because sometimes you walk someone home, walk off, and then you're still talking, and the conversation doesn't stop. You know, but then you're like, oh, okay, actually, we need to go. Okay, whatever, right?
But okay,
but imagine, since she's the godmother of the kids, she's probably coming over a lot of times.
Yes.
So means it's happening every single time. That seems a little bit excessive now. Like someone who comes like once in a while, it makes sense.
But I'm thinking of like, okay, this lady's over. It's late at night. It's evening. Obviously, you don't want to let her go by herself. Your husband decides to take her, and maybe like the time that they take has become the usual amount of time.
Okay.
Do you get me? Like,
okay, I get you.
Whatever. So she's like it's just what it is, just how long it takes them.
But
it just so happened that she forgot something and she went.
And that's where the second point comes in of like, would you not be more conspicuous about it? Like, why in front of your house? You know, not in a like secluded location, in a, like, oh, I'm going to go to the shop, but you take a little bit longer to go to the shop because you take a little detour, or hey, I'm going for a work trip,
or in front of her house.
You know, not even her house. I guess her husband is not around because he's a diplomat or whatever. Okay, but maybe she doesn't live in a secluded area and neighbors.
But they could drive down a little bit. But wait, I'm a bit confused because she walked out with a crock pot, right?
Yeah,
but
hers.
Yeah, but
she never gave it to her.
No. But like, you're walking out with it. Where did she expect to go? As in, is this walking distance that she lives in? Because I feel like she lives within walking distance, but they decided to chill in the car.
Yeah, it sounds like maybe because they said acres, so maybe it takes like 2-3 minutes to walk to the car.
Yeah.
Right? So she's walking 2-3 minutes towards the car and then she sees the car, you know? Oh. So they never thought that because it's 2-3 minutes walk, you wouldn't see from far away.
Right.
Like it's too far for you to see. Right. You'd literally have to walk.
And if it's dark outside
and see, yeah. So whereas she did happen to walk and see, you know, like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, if it just feels like it was, I guess maybe, as you said, they've been doing it for long enough that they just got careless. They got too used to it. Probably at the start they were like, oh my god, we have to make sure this I can't
3 years ago,
I can't see you for so long. But then now they're like, oh yeah, baby, every time I see you I make out with you. My kids are here,
but you know it's not the first time. Like, you know, it's like one of those things that you can see them like caress each other while the wife is turned around or something. Like, I feel like they're that type of couple.
That would be horrible. But the kids are there, so I don't think they do.
I think they do it with, like, without
little
anyone
things,
looking.
like little,
you know, because that's what probably excites them, right?
Poor lady.
Disgusting.
It's terrible. What a terrible situation to be in. Honestly, horrible situation to be in. Like, he's a terrible person. She's a terrible person because, like, you couldn't even like be off with an estranged person, even someone within the group that's not close to the group. It's still a lot more acceptable than literally like both of your best friends and the godmother of your children. That's insane.
Godmother.
That's insane.
And this is why, ladies, you gotta be crazy. You gotta be crazy and assume things, because when you're a chill girlfriend, this is the kind of nonsense that happens.
No, I don't think so. I think this is just an unfortunate situation, and oh my,
could happen to any of y'all.
Sounds insane. Like it's so terrible.
Yeah. How would you react? Would you throw the Pyrex at her?
Throw the Pyrex? No, I wouldn't throw it because I don't want to be sued for damages. But I would be like,
no, get out.
Hi.
Would you like
enjoying your little makeout session?
Would you throw hands?
Wait, what do you mean with a guy? You know, like, I've talked about this before, and I really thought about it. Like, why am I beating up a guy for my girl cheating?
But
you know, like,
this is your friend.
Oh yeah. Oh, sorry,
right,
this is my friend.
So
I'm fine.
You're fighting.
I'm fine.
Okay.
I'm fine.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm fine. Absolutely. Like,
as you should.
Because you know me and you disrespected me. Yeah. Like, another random guy has no loyalty to me.
Okay.
Right? The person who had loyalty to me is you. Right? But as my friend, my best friend, you have all the loyalty to me and you chose to disrespect me. I'm fine. Like, I'm knocking on that window, opening the door, pulling her off you, and beating you. I'm beating you. I'm beating you, and I'm beating you. Like, you will have to sue me because I will beat you so bad. Because like it's not even about the fact that you're cheating on me. It's the fact that like I've known you for so long and we have this relationship and you decide to disrespect me like that. That's like if she came on to you and you were like, oh my God, get away from me. Mm-hmm. And you were like, oh, I would have mad respect for you. Mm-hmm. But she comes on to you and then you like go with it. Terrible.
It's on site.
It's on site. It's on site.
I'm throwing the Pyrex at the car.
No,
through the dashboard.
No, because then you can like, that's like assault, battery,
I don't care.
Weapon, dangerous weapon.
Assault, battery, but you said you beat his ass.
No, as in like, you know, weapon, you know, like
no.
It's like attempt with a weapon or some shit
I
like
don't
that.
Care.
You know, like
I'm throwing that Pyrex.
My weapon is my fists.
Oh my God! If they were outside, I throw the Pyrex at their head. Just. But luckily they're in the car, so they're just getting it through the dashboard.
No, you can't, because honestly, with smash the glass.
But I can't control myself.
Well, it would smash the glass.
I don't care.
They could literally be physically hurt and endangered.
That's
from
okay.
The glass.
I'm physically hurt.
Your wickle heart is broken.
Yeah, I could have a heart attack. Like, this is not funny. And I'm dragging that girl. Oh. Anyways, let me just shut up. I'm fighting. Like Farouk said. On to the next story. So, my best friend is getting married today, and I truly think they're making a mistake. My best friend is getting married today. I've tried my best to be supportive and gentle in my language, if I must be honest, but I'm bursting with frustration. I know this is going to sound petty, and honestly, I'm likely a bad friend for judging, but please hear me out. My friend is 23, marrying a man of the same age, and they have been dating for about 8 months. At 5 months, they told me they were engaged and that they were going to the courthouse on Halloween to get married. The only people invited are both of their mothers. A proper wedding ceremony will be held in the spring where everyone will be invited. I've already been told I'm one of the groomsmen / maid of honor. I'm the best man of the bride, if there's a better name for that. Why do I have a problem with this? Besides the very short time they've been dating, my best friend is very quick to fall in love and very quick to fall hard. Every person they've dated in the past 5 years has had the same things about them. The best person they've ever dated, and I've never loved someone so much. I genuinely don't mind it normally, as they have lots of love to give and how much they see love is one of their charms. But it has led to them getting hurt very often, especially by terrible men who take advantage of their feelings. I'm worried they're jumping into this relationship too fast. I've met the fiance and I don't hate the guy. He's okay and hasn't shown many red flags. He even makes my friend happy, so I should be happy. The only big red flag is his inability to hold a job. I've talked about my concerns about them rushing this, but they brushed them off and gave me the same, I've never loved anyone like this before. So I've bit my tongue since and tried to support them. I even went on shopping with them to pick out the wedding outfit like a best friend should. I know I sound like a bad friend, and I genuinely feel bad to be so apprehensive. I do also want to get ahead of any jealousy claims since I'm a man and they're a woman, and this is the internet. I am gay, having no interest in women. I love my best friend as family, not in any way romantically.
What do you think?
Oh, it's so hard.
Hard?
Yes. Do you know why? Because when people are at a point in life where it's like their partner means a lot to them, right? Your partner influences a lot of the actions that you do in life, a lot of your thinking. That's why a lot of like women that I've, been friends with, it's very easy for them to be led on by their partners in terms of what friends they can have, what they can do, things like that. I've seen it happen, so I know it's common, right? And I think in these kind of situations, you're putting your friendship on the line if you're pushing for them to not be married. And do you want to just be cut out of their life or be there to support them through it? And it's a difficult line to cross.
I think, one, you should never love anyone so much that they can control your mind like that.
I know.
Personally, ladies and gentlemen, literally, no, thank you. You should still be your own individual person, no matter how much you love anyone. And they should be able to let you be able to cut out whoever, whatever, you'd rather cut them out. Anyone who loves you would never tell you to cut the people out of your life. But then I would be like, yo, listen here. You're a grown adult. You can do whatever you want. But I'm going to tell you one thing. I think you're rushing into this. I genuinely think you're rushing into this. And I would be apprehensive about this whole situation working out well. But obviously, you guys, you know what you are and what love you have, whatever. And I will never stop you. So, like, I'm just letting you know? Because then when it fucks up, I can tell you I told you so. And then that's it, because at least that way you've set your mind. You're not telling them not to, but you're saying, hey, this is it. Because I think it is way too early. Like, don't get me wrong. There are certain couples, certain people who have been together for 5 months, even less, and they've been together for life. They die together. But the percentage is minuscule.
I agree.
Like, like it is so rare. So, like, why take the chance? Why not just get to know each other more? Be like, you don't have to be married. You don't have to sign that piece of paper. Yeah, you can just like spend more time with each other. Even live together after 5 months if you want.
Okay, so like your friend comes to you. They've dated someone for 5 months. They get engaged and they're telling you they're getting married in 8 months. What do you say to them?
I'm like, yo, you sure?
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm like, yo, are you sure? I'm like, yo, like, are you sure? Like, for real? Like, that's kind of crazy. And I tell them exactly what I said.
Isn't that dependent on the age? Like, if you're older, there's less time.
Fuck that. No. For me, I'm like, yo, you sure you want to do this? Like, this is crazy. Like, I think you should slow down a little bit, And if they don't want to, they don't want to listen to me, that's fine.
Okay, but you've said what you had to say.
I said what I had to say. Like, I will only be at peace if I at least give them my opinion as, like, they're a really good friend. I'm like, I will never lie to you. You know who I am. And I'd like to know that they know I'm an honest person. I'm straightforward. I'm like, yo, this is how I feel. I'm not going to stop you. I don't think you should. It's not like, oh, don't do it. You're not allowed to do it. It's like, hey, I would advise against this. Okay. And that's my advice. It's only advice. Take it if you want. Leave it if you want. I love you. You'll love me. I'm not going to fight you. I'm just letting you know that, yo, this is something that I don't agree with. And I think you should relax, like, put the brakes on this a little bit.
What if that friend takes your advice badly and tries to push you out of their life because...
then I'm like, yo, that, like, clearly, like, it was never deep enough for you, like, whatever, like, and I'll take it personally, because, like, if, like, let's say within a year's time, it doesn't work out, and then you come back to me, I'm like, just go.
No, come on.
I'm like,
you can't push them away. They need a friend.
I told you so.
They made a mistake.
I told you so. Like, obviously I'll let them back, but I will say I told you so for the rest of your life. Like, it's crazy because, like, it's too short of a time period for you to be just hopping in on that like that. I personally think anyway.
I agree with you in terms of, like, stating your opinion, because obviously I'm at an age where a lot of my female friends, acquaintances, whatever, they're they're settling down or making big moves in life, and I'm very, like, focus on yourself. Are you where you want to be in life? Are you doing what you want to be in life? Are you, like, financially, like, well off for yourself? Because I'm all for, like, encouraging women to do things for themselves, like, build yourself up, survive without someone else. Don't rely on someone else, right? So I have given my thoughts on, things of, like, oh, like, is this the right thing, like, right time? And there have been instances where it hasn't been received that well, and instances where it has been received well. So I think it just, like, depends on the friendship. A good friend will take it, and they'll, because I just want your best. I have your best interest at heart. As a friend, I would hate if you thought that I'm saying it from, like, an ill intent or something,
or maliciously or something like that.
So it's just, like, I think it is important to let your friends know how you feel. Obviously not in a negative way, not in a, you shouldn't do this is stupid kind of thing. No, just explain why, from your perspective, they should.
Absolutely.
Whatever.
I agree.
So I think, it's difficult, and it's a difficult conversation, but I think as a friend, it's your responsibility to have your friends back.
It is definitely your responsibility. Because sometimes they be stupid. They just don't be looking at it critically,
I agree. I'm going to have to agree with you there. So on to the next story. My husband told me that he realized that he hates speaking English when he's at home with his family. A bit of a random one here. My husband's first language is Spanish. He has lived in the States his entire life, but his parents always spoke Spanish at home, so that's all he spoke until kindergarten. Recently, I've felt like he just hates me and that I'm not good enough. One of the reasons for that is that he's pretty obvious disdain that I can't speak Spanish. In the beginning of our relationship, I tried really hard and was very excited to learn and wanted to be able to speak full Spanish. It quickly turned when he would speak full sentences to me in Spanish and expect me to respond and then lash out and make fun of me for staring blankly at him. He said that I wouldn't try, but really I was trying. I was thinking of what to say. I wasn't just going to blurt out nonsense. I felt that would be stupid to do. So after he laid into me about not responding, I pretty much stopped trying. He made me feel so dumb, but wasn't trying to help me either. Anyway, we have 3 kids. They don't know Spanish. He gets mad that they don't know it and huffs and puffs at me because they don't know Spanish. I told him that he's more than capable to talk to his kids and teach them things. Tonight he said, you know what? I figured it out. I realized that I hate speaking English when I'm at home with my family. It makes me not even want to talk. And I took that as a job, honestly. Like, yeah, I should learn the language. I get it. But tonight showed me that maybe he just doesn't even really like me. I don't know.
That just sounds so dumb. Like, this sounds like, why are you giving out to her? Like someone's trying to do something out of love, and you're just like, oh my god, you're so bad, you're so terrible. Like, what the hell? And you like turn them off it. Like, that's a terrible way to do. And also, yeah, like, what do you mean? Like, you're mad at your kids? That's your fault. Yeah. Like, you can, if you spoke only Spanish to your children and not English, they would understand and be able to speak Spanish. Mm-hmm. Like, have you never heard one parent, one language? Like, literally, one parent just speaks solely one language to the kids, and the kids will learn English from everywhere else, you know, assuming English is the predominant language wherever they live, you know, and they'll learn Spanish from the father. So literally it sounds like a personal issue that he could take care of that he's not doing, one, around the kids, and two, like, just being like, oh my god, like being rude to someone when they're trying to do something for you. Like, she doesn't have to learn Spanish. Like, she doesn't have to learn Spanish. But she's doing it because she's like, oh, he knows Spanish. It'll be really cool if we can both speak Spanish, whatever. And then just like really dogging into them. Like, how's that any good?
Who's that helping?
Like, who's that helping? Nobody. Like, you know, you're just being rude and mean, and like, obviously she's taking it negatively, and then she's gonna give up and be like, yo, okay, I'm just so terrible at this, screw this, you know. And like, yeah, you shouldn't be giving up or whatever, like, you know, but like, when someone's just digging into you, and it leaves a bitter taste in your mouth, and you're like, screw this, you know. So no, I don't even think there's any more I can say besides that he's just an asshole on it. Like, not even like the asshole in the story, he's just an asshole, like, for this entire situation.
Do you wish that you could speak Yoruba at home with your partner?
I don't think it's deep, honestly. Like, I think, like, in this multicultural world we live in, like, it's like cool and whatever, but like, I can speak it to other people. I can speak with my parents. I can do whatever. Like, it's really not that deep, you know. Like, it's one of those things where it's like, yo, like, it's cool that someone else knows something else, you know, or it's cool that we both speak the same thing. It literally doesn't matter. It's something that does not matter. Like, either way,
but that's something that doesn't matter to you, right? I can see how it would matter to someone else.
And if it does matter to you so much, why the hell did you get yourself in that situation in the first place? If you cared about speaking Spanish so much and you were so upset with her not knowing Spanish, why the hell did you stay with her and not go be with a Spanish person? Yeah. Like, if that mattered to you so much, you know? Yeah. Like, that's a personal, like, once again, it's a personal problem. It's a personal fault. It's his fault and his issue to deal with.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. It's annoying.
Yeah. I think, like, for me, like I enjoy speaking Romanian and I enjoy watching, like, shows and stuff. And I think that's one way for me to keep my language alive, because I can understand how it could feel like your language is dying in a household where it's not being spoken. I can understand that. But you're keeping it alive by, like, talking to other people, like you said, you know, exactly. I call my mom, my parents, like whoever, my grandma, speak Romanian, you know, watch Romanian stuff, consume Romanian content. So I feel like I'm in tune with it, but I don't need it in the household. Exactly. And if that's like a deal breaker for you, then why are you here?
Exactly. Like, it's such a nonsensical thing to be upset about, like, when it's something that you could fix yourself.
Yeah. Messed up. On to the next story. My husband says he wants me to lose postpartum weight ASAP so I can go back to my original weight and be physically attractive to him. Is this a red flag? I am 8 months into my pregnancy and have gained 20 pounds. My husband made a comment that bothered me regarding weight loss. He advised I work on losing the postpartum weight as soon as I could so I could go back to the way I used to look before becoming pregnant. He commented I need to continue to put effort into my appearance by wearing nice clothes, have makeup on, and eat healthy diet, on top of bearing the responsibilities of being a new mom. I see this as personally insulting and unempathetic attitude as to what a supporting husband should be. I feel he is not cutting me slack and is not fully aware of the time frame it takes for a female body to recover after giving birth. Do you find this to be offensive?
Do you find it to be offensive?
Do I what? Do I what? Girl, come on. Is this a red flag? Yes, it is. It is very much a red flag. Like, women go through a lot. Giving birth is a lot. Being a new mom is a lot. He doesn't sound like the type of person
He doesn't sound evolved.
He doesn't sound like a type of person who to be very involved in raising the child. So, girl. And it's just, they just had a baby. Like, you can't even say leave. Like, she's probably still on maternity leave.
Can't even
like,
say leave.
No, it's just stick it through for another bit, I guess.
No, like, that's just crazy to me, honestly. Like, how can we be like, yo, just hurry up with this thing, you know, so I make sure you end up looking good again, because, you know, I'm not really liking what I'm seeing.
Yeah, so I can be attractive to you again.
Like, that's just so fucked. Like, this is the mother of your child, someone who gave birth to your child, and you're like, oh my God, like, what is that?
And like 10 pounds, 20 pounds isn't a lot.
No, that's
I feel
what,
like
it's like nearly 10 kg.
That's not a lot.
You know, it's not that bad, honestly. Like what, the baby's like probably half or more of that, like, you know, or whatever. So whatever the amount is, I don't know. I think like, well, babies are usually like 2-3 kgs when they're born, you know, but like obviously you have all the water weight as well inside you from the baby and stuff. Anyway, it's not deep.
You're feeding 2 people.
It's not deep at all. And honestly, like, the fact that you're like, oh, hurry up now, makes it deep for her to really be like, hey, yo, what kind of person am I with? You know, like, you should be there for you, not attacking you. You know, like, this is not the time to be like, maybe think about losing a little bit of weight there. Like, it's a different story if, like, well, it's like years after, like, giving birth, and like someone lets himself go, and you're like, hey, maybe like, you know, like, think about hitting gym, like, just for your health, you know? That's a different story than being like.
But also, like, offer like solution of, hey, if you wanna feel active again, let me mind the kid, let me give you some time.
Exactly.
You know, not like just get better.
I expect you to lose all that weight, and I'll take care of them kids too
while you're at it.
You know, like, that's.
But it's disappointing that we still live in a world where men have the audacity to speak like that to their.
Don't worry, everybody has audacity. That's one thing I've learned well in this world.
Yeah.
Everybody has audacity.
No, but it's really upsetting and sad upsetting. That women have to deal with that. It's like, disgusting. You know, this is your partner. It birthed your child, your literal bloodline, and this is how you speak to them?
Lose that weight right now. That's literally what he's saying. Like, right now, don't even dare keep it. I can't even look at you.
That's nasty.
Oh no, honestly.
I don't know. Girl, push through it. Get really attractive, work out, you know, raise your kid, become financially stable, and leave him. Sounds like the only right answer to me. Anyways, onto the last story of today's episode. So, I went to a festival against my husband's wishes, and he is still mad at me. My husband and I have been together for 3 years, and we also have a 1-year-old. I have a friend who I grew up with for a while in the same town, which is not where I live now. This festival is a big deal in our area. He got in touch with me last minute and told me he booked a cabin and wanted me to come for the weekend. There were 2 other women coming, so it wasn't just going to be me and him. I honestly really needed it and immediately agreed. I haven't done anything since before having our daughter. I also knew my husband wouldn't come, but he was welcome to. It was sort of last minute, so my friend agreed to watch my daughter if my husband refused, and I took care of all the details before bringing it up to him. I told him knowing he wouldn't like it, but I didn't think it would be this big of a problem, and I thought he would be more understanding after explaining it to him. I told him the plan and what I was doing, and he was super mad. We got into a big argument about it. He was angry that it was a man I was making plans with. I told him that there were going to be other women there and that he was dating someone. I told him he can come with me, but he said it was too last minute. He was nervous about watching our daughter alone, so I told him I have an alternative if he was uncomfortable. I explained to him that I haven't done anything like this in years and it would be really good for me. The fighting continued until I told him I was going to go. I'm obviously not going to cheat on him. I love him, and he is just going to have to deal with it. Leading up to it, he was pretty cool, but the day of, we got into another full fight. I just left, and during the weekend, we were texting each other short responses. It has been like this 3 weeks, and he has been shouldering me really hard, and it is driving me crazy. I do think I should have talked to him before agreeing, and I think both of us have valid points. I just didn't expect him to hold it against me for this long.
Honestly, you should just been fine with her going, but it sounds like she needed that little break and everything like that. But at the same time, I like when you can't come to agreement, there has to be some kind of push somewhere, you know. Like I do get it. Like she had every right to just up and be like, no, screw you. I'm an adult. I'm gonna go do this thing. But when you're both together, it's just like you have to kind of work it out. But when someone is so adamant and they don't want to agree, they don't want to budge. It's like, what do? You know, like I think you have to kind of just do what you want, but then you have to deal with the consequences of it. You know, I think you can do what you want, but you definitely have to deal with the consequences of it, which is not a great position to be in.
Yeah.
Let me know. This is a very sticky situation.
It is. A lot of the comments, you know, they said, you know, Reddit, they said, oh, if he came to you and said he's going and there's girls going to be there, but there's also going to be guys, how would you feel? You know, because there are instances of a lot of women
the opposite happening,
saying this, and obviously the men just don't end up going, or if the man goes, he's labeled as an asshole.
Yeah.
So it's like, how do we label her as a woman? Like,
yeah,
what do you think of her?
Well, I don't subscribe to that. I think everyone should be the same. Like, I think everyone should treat like if I think that's a good. Actually, you know, the thing is, if a situation like that's happened in the past where he wanted to do one of those things and she didn't let him, she had no right to go.
I agree.
You know, she had no right to go. But if it's a situation where it has happened in the past and she let him go, then she has every right to go.
Yeah.
You know, if this is the first instance, they should have tried to come to some middle ground.
Yeah.
They should have fought for some middle ground.
Yeah.
Because it sounds like they just left in limbo, and then she's like, okay, bye. And he's like, what? You know? What?
I kind of have an issue with how she did it. I won't lie, because if you were just coming to me saying like, oh yeah, I booked a trip with the guys, I'm leaving this day, it is what it is. And it's like, you can't just do stuff like that. There's a child that I have to take care of. We have joint responsibility of this thing together. And even if we didn't have a child, I'd still expect you to tell me
some level of communication.
Like, just let me know. Give me a heads up. Like, run it past me. And it's not asking for permission. Is it going to work with whatever I have planned or whatever you have planned? Maybe we share a car. Maybe I need you to drive me somewhere. Maybe you have an appointment at a doctor. And it's just like, how are you going to say nothing? Just be like, I booked a trip.
I'm going by deuces.
That's very single behavior.
Yeah, when you put it that way, it is pretty bad. Honestly, like, the whole situation is sticky because, once again, like, I truly believe it. Like, no matter how much of or relationship you are and how long you should still be your own individual people. But that comes with agreement. There has to be some middle ground. And obviously, like, if let's say this is happening over and over, like he never wants her to do this XYZ and she wants to do XYZ, then you need to talk about where this relationship is heading, because clearly there's a disconnect. There's a disconnect in what one person expects and what the other person expects. But since this is a first time ordeal, I think they really need to talk about it and be like, hey, okay, I'm sorry for just like doing that. But at the same time, I think you have to understand it from my point of view. And then it's like, well, I also want to understand your point of view. And then we should set out some like ground rules as how situation like this will move on forward.
Exactly, I agree. Like, have a plan in place of like, if this happens again, how are we going to deal with it?
Exactly.
You know, even it's like, I expect you to run things past me before you book them, or like whatever it is. I'm not comfortable with you doing this, that, whatever,
Exactly.
the other, whatever it is. Make a plan in place. And like him cold shouldering her for so long, I think is a little bit extreme. Like, it's done, it's in the past.
I love me a petty person. Pettiness
Just
is
like you.
so sweet. Pettiness is so sweet. It's so sweet. I love being petty. And me, I do it too. I'd be like,
Not talk to me for 3 weeks.
boy, yeah, I know. Big up you for being that petty.
Yeah.
Everything else, though, you guys should have really talked about. Let me not lie. I'm sorry, but I think I just have to give it to her. And this, was it an Am I the Asshole story?
No.
Or was it a story? I guess you're safer now.
Would you label her as an asshole?
I think I
Me
would.
too.
I think I have to. I'm sorry. Just because, like, it doesn't sound like you tried hard enough
Yeah.
to kind of get to the root cause and
Yeah.
sort out. Like, I don't even care if you stormed off in the end, but at least, like, get to the reason why and then be like, that's stupid, I'm going.
I agree.
You know?
And especially because she's like, oh, I haven't gotten to do this. I haven't gotten a moment to rest. Have you talked to him about it? Have you done anything else to improve the relationship and what you have to deal with? Running away is not the answer.
Yeah, you can't run away. You gotta fight him.
Unfortunate.
And if he doesn't listen, beat him up.
Oh.
Beat him up. Beat him up.
And there you have it.
Hope you guys enjoyed.
Yes.
Like the stories. This is your. I see. We didn't just give you like a short little Reddit thing. We give you a full thing.
Full thing.
Just because it's free doesn't mean we're gonna reduce. You know how some people be doing stuff like that? They
Cutting corners.
They cut corners. They'll give you free episode, but they'll give you like 20 minutes. We give you a full one. We do cut nothing. It's still the same.
Yeah, see, we're doing the most here. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share.
The whole shit.
All the good stuff. Till next time.
Peace.